Okay, here's one. This one's about the minimum wage. Um, no, the minimum wage should be a living wage, point blank, period. And there's, I know the big companies don't want to see this and don't want to listen to it at all, but here's something they might want to consider. If people have to sit here and work 2, 3 jobs and they're exhausted and they're tired, what do? They injure themselves. I mean, this is this is going to hit you in the pocketbooks because it also hurts your workers' compensation insurance rates. I mean, think about it. The more people are working, and to the point where they're too exhausted that their brains stop functioning correctly, the more you're going to have to pay out in workers' compensation. Yeah, you may still have to work them through this, but eventually they're not going to be able to do anything. And you're just going to have to sit there and pay them for sitting out on the job. Think about it. It's a little bit ridiculous. It's a health and safety issue, point blank. Minimum wage is a health and safety issue. Most companies don't think about it like this. They're too worried about efficiency. I remember back in the 90s, you were hearing a lot about these efficiency experts. They were only out for them fucking themselves. Yeah, let's put everything on the lowest person available, and that way we don't have to do shit up here. That's why the CEOs make so much fucking money. It's ridiculous. Yeah, let's pay these guys 270 times more than the lowest waged worker. It's ridiculous. I came up with this idea of a maximum wage. Actually, before Jesse Ventura did, I had mentioned it on his post. I love you, Jesse. You're awesome, cool. But after I had said it, you had said it, so there. Just taking my credit back a little bit. Other people may have said it. I don't know. I didn't look at close to them, but I actually posted it onto his page. But a maximum wage. And making a maximum wage about 10 times more than the lowest paid worker. And the way this would work would be this way. It would keep a level and even playing field out there for everybody, and topping it off at like a $5 million cap. That way the lowest paid worker would be making at least $500,000 a year. I mean, think about it. If that person, if the CEO is making 10 times more than the lowest paid worker in the company at like $15 an hour, that is, if a person's making $15 an hour, times that by 10, that's $150 an hour. If you can't make it on $150 an hour, that's ridiculous. And that turns out to be, see here, for an average 40-hour work week. And I know some of you CEOs work a little bit more than that, but you also, a lot of you guys are working on salary as well. Maybe you should be trying to switch it up to an hourly wage. Think about it just a little bit. So let's see here, 150 times 40 times 52. Oops, no, wait. I want to go. This equal. See, that's $6,000 a month. $150 an hour is $6,000 a month. Now, times that by 52. You're looking at $312,000 a year. I don't know about most people, but at least to me, $312,000 a year, that's a lot of fucking money. And I could live off of that easily. I mean, I'd have everything paid for. I mean, it would be ridiculous. I wouldn't have to worry about my rent. This is for the highest paid workers. I mean, the highest paid, like CEOs and stuff like that. Making more than that, that's just, nuts. Another thing about about stuff out there is, especially like things like inflation. The rich don't realize it, but they're the ones causing the inflation because they're holding all the money hostage up at the top. The more money we have out there that's not being moved around creates inflation. Everything, all the prices start going up. It's their fault, not ours. I mean, start passing the buck down to the lower people, to the middle class, the poor, and stuff like that. I mean, it really needs to go down that way. The inequality is atrocious. They need to start thinking about the future for their kids, because this keeps up, their kids aren't going to have a future, because people are going to start rising up and fighting them. It happens in history all the fucking time. Pick up a goddamn history book. Look at it. When the rich get too powerful and don't give a shit about what happens down in the bottom, in the middle, in the bottom classes, what do? They riot. They chase people down with pitchforks and everything else. It's coming, you stupid fucks. I mean, it's ridiculous. You guys don't think about this shit. You think about right now. What can I do right now to make as much money as I can right now? Fuck the future. Fuck my kids. Fuck everybody else. Fuck. Sorry, I had to get the fuck out of my system. It's just an issue. But they just don't care. They don't think about this stuff. They want to know what I can do for myself right now and screw everybody else. Even their own kids. They don't give a shit about their kids. Their kids are the ones who are going to end up paying for this stuff in the long run, because people are they're going to die off, and by the time most people start realizing it and start doing something about it, their kids are going to have their companies and stuff like that, and then shit's going to turn. Shit's going to turn on them, just like it always does. History is full of this. It happened during the Roman Empire, the British Empire. I mean, all empires fail because they don't think about the little people, the little guys, the people on the bottom, which are the majority of people. There's a lot more of us out here than there are of you. That's the thing. There's a lot more people who don't have a shit ton of money than you. I mean, and I understand that it's not the 1%, it's the 0.1%. It's the 0.1% that are doing this, for the most part. The 1% are the people in the like the 400,000 type of yearly wage. So it's the 0.1% gobbling up all that money and just holding it up there, like they're holding on for dear life. Just hold on to it. I need all this money. It's paper. It's fucking paper, dumbasses. It means jack shit. It's not. It doesn't have any real value if you think about it. It's not on the gold standard anymore, so it doesn't make any sense to have that. Just sit there and hold on to it. I mean, you can just sit there and take the paper and just burn it, and it won't make a difference. It won't make a goddamn bit of difference. But the more money you have out there, that's just being held up there on the top, and just they're gripping on for dear life, thinking everything's going to fail. Well, you're the ones who are going to make it fail, because you're a bunch of dumb fucking idiots. Point blank. Yeah, that's my rant about the minimum wage and wage inequality and things like this. Like I said on my first video I did, these are just thoughts in my head that I have to get out because it just drives me nuts. I can't stop thinking. My brain won't shut off. It will not turn off. It just, if I'm doing my job, it's running, and I'm getting ideas and thoughts in my head about the economy, politics, and all this kind of crazy shit. And yeah, you may think I'm stupid, you may think I'm crazy. Well, fuck it, I don't care. This is me. I'm putting myself out there, and I just don't give a shit anymore. I'm tired of being afraid of saying what I feel and I mean, it kills me right here. I hold it in, and it just kills me because I want to get it out so bad, and it drives me insane. I know these are rants and ravings of somebody who does not have a college degree. I'm only got a diploma from high school, but I did do some college, but I had to drop out of college because I became homeless. So, and I went for a stupid major and didn't even think about it. I didn't do my research, and I really wish I would have, and now I'm paying for it. But yeah, that's my rant for minimum wage and income inequality for today. Thank you, and have a good day.